Good morning. Welcome back to Kidlife Live. We're excited you guys are joining us. We got a lot of fun stuff to get through today, and we hope if you haven't already, you also get a chance to check out one of our awesome weekend services, which we'll talk about just a little bit today as well. Of course, we've got some of the usual suspects joining us, also known as my kids, because still pseudo in quarantine, but we're hoping to start adding some more people as we get to move forward and restrictions are released. But while we are doing this, and even going forward, we wanted to make sure that you remember that there is an awesome set of resources out there at real.life/family resources. Now that's an older picture. Today it looks like that. And you can see there are resources for all age groups, all the way up through high school. And there are great discussion guides, parents. There are great activities for your kids out there. We're going to do one of them today. One you could also do at home as well. But one of those that's actually listed out there, we're gonna try for you today, and hopefully you get to try it at home. Now, give us a shout out in the comments if you're watching, and obviously we're going to look for some input from you guys today as well. Also, don't forget those Spotify playlists, because those are kind of a big deal and a great way to do, honestly, some worship with your family that you can connect with. All of that and all of that content and resources and stuff we talk about today is found at our Real Life Claremont Families Facebook group. Private group. You can join if you haven't already, because this is being shared in a bunch of our real life groups and pages. So we want to make sure you know Claremont Local, you can jump on there. We share all kinds of stuff. This next week is actually being dubbed Disney Week on there. So there's some stuff, because we're all missing Disney, and of course Disney Springs is pseudo opening back up, and so we thought it would be fun to remember and share some of that. Now, this whole month we've been talking about a lemonade stand with our preschoolers, with our early childhood kids, and the importance of sharing love with others just like God shares it with us. And so I got a couple of people joining me right now. Jump on in here, girls, that are going to help me talk through this. Now, we challenged them several times, actually, that you guys need to know the memory verse.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you think you got it?
Oh, yes.
You think you do?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you say it for him? What's today's memory verse?
Nothing at all can ever separate us from God's love. Romans 8:39.
Nerve. No, yeah, you love the nerve part.
Yes.
Jimmy, what does nerve stand for out there?
NIV.
What?
NIV.
NIV. Nerve stands for those are the letters that make up nerve. It is an abbreviation for something. What do you think that is?
The Bible?
The Bible. Fair enough. It stands for New International Reader's Version, which is a version of the Bible, a translation that is often easier, parents, for your kids to read. And so, hey, if you haven't checked it out, if you're looking for a great Bible, look for that edition. It's a great one, especially for kids who are starting reading or still developing reading for them to understand, because some of the words have been made a little simpler for them to understand. That's what nerve means. But the important thing isn't the version you use, and a lot of times, while it's good to know where it's found in the Bible, it's the heart behind the scripture that's important. So what are we talking about? Why is that important? What do you think? Why is it important for us to know that nothing at all can ever separate us from God's love?
Because if we didn't have God, we wouldn't have anything else.
Oh, if you didn't have God, right? If we were separated from God, we wouldn't have anything else.
Yeah.
Right? It's good to remember, as much as we memorize scripture, that it's the heart behind it and why we have those, right? Just so you know, Rosie Cruz knew what that meant. So you'll have to ask her next time. Yeah, she threw it out there. So, hey, we're glad you guys are joining us. So we thought we would do a little game today, because sometimes remembering how much God cares about us also is remembering who God is and what we know about God, right? So you guys are going to help us out with this too if you got comments. So we would love to hear from you, but it is going to involve this. Now, you may not have one of these at home, and that's okay, because all this is a school bus filled with little letters. Okay, so what this game is, pretty simple. I'm going to pick a letter out of here.
Okay.
your job and mine is to come up with one word that describes God. Something we know about God that can encourage us. Now, this is something you can do at home. If you write them out, maybe you got a little letter set, pick a letter, have your kids think of a word that might describe who God is. Because, yes, the wheels on the bus do go round and round. And we love this bus. It will make sounds, not today. But you might be able to try this at home with your kids as a way to remember things that we know about God. And as we learned yesterday, some things that aren't God either. And it's an opportunity to learn, isn't it, Ruth?
Yes.
Yes. So it's a great learning opportunity. And sometimes when we play games, we say silly stuff, don't we? Now, here's what I thought. Because games are only fun if there's a prize.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I brought a prize. So I brought some of these beauties right here. If you don't know what these are, they are officially called Jiggly Gels. If you can see that right there. These are delicious jelly morsels. They're like a lower version of Jell-O, and if you can't see, a lot of times they have stuff in the bottom of them. It might be fruit. I don't know. I lost this game yesterday, and so I'm coming gunning for what they are. So I don't want. I tried one. Not the worst thing ever. Not the greatest thing ever. So here's how it's going to work. The last person to get 3. So if you get 3 of these, you're the first person to say a word that talks about God that goes with the letter. You get to keep the letter. Okay? Once you get 3, you can help somebody else out. The last person to get 3 or that doesn't have 3 gets to choose one of these delectable morsels to eat. Are you excited about this game, Ruth?
So excited.
So excited. It's going to be a great game. Okay, yesterday it went poorly because we chose letters that were hard.
Very.
Try to think of a word that describes God that starts with an X. Put it in the comments because, yeah. And by the way, Scott Chevalier, these are not cold. These are room temperature, and yet they're still gelatinous. That should tell you something. So if we're not on the show on Wednesday, you'll know why. So here we go. Are you ready for our game?
Yes.
Okay, I've got one.
Okay.
The letter, you must come up with a word that describes God that starts with the letter D.
Determined.
Oh, determined. Gemma is on it. You got to tell them, not me. Determined. God is determined to love us and show us that he loves us. That was pretty spot on. I was going to go with dependable. What were you going to say? Oh, you didn't. Okay. You're getting closer to that jelly. Oh, here we go. The next letter in this bit of fun is the letter I.
Loving.
Loving starts with an L. This is the letter I.
Encouraging.
Encouraging starts with an E, but a good one.
Idle.
Not an idle. Incredible. Oh, indescribable was thrown out from the audience out here, but I'm going with incredible because I think God is pretty incredible. So I'm going to take that one. We even had that letter yesterday. I'm just going to say, short memory.
We didn't have that one. We had an L.
We had I. Yeah, we did. We had I because someone might have used the word ignorant. We clarified, not a word to describe God. So, but sometimes you say things out loud. Yeah, let's move on. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The next letter is
Loving.
L. Oh, wow. Ruth was on it. Loving. One of the best words we have to describe God. Right? Oh, here's another one. We've all got one. Next letter. N. It's an N. There we go. N.
Nailing. God.
Nailing. God nailed it.
Natural.
Natural. What do you?
Natural.
How what?
It's natural. Okay.
Natural. She just took it from me. Decided that was the word. Natural.
None of you said it.
I like nailed it. Like I think God nails it all the time. Like I can go with that. Okay, Ruth. Okay. The next letter is the letter O.
Honest.
Honest starts with an H. We're working on spelling around here, but it starts with an O. Oh, I'm going with my word yesterday. If you don't say it.
Omniscient.
Oh, omniscient or omnipresent. Big words, probably not preschool words, but omniscient, omnipresent. God is all-knowing. He's everywhere. Okay.
I have my third.
You have 3?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, she already won. Ruth, it comes down to me and you each have 1. Ruth, The letter is R. The letter R.
Ruler.
Oh, ruler. Why did you get that letter?
Because you said that she could help out one of us, and she chose me. I haven't chose anyone.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're just kind of trying to avoid the jelly.
No.
Huh? Okay, here's our letter. It could come down to this. It is the letter H. Honest.
Honorable.
Honorable. I said honest. I'm taking it. I beat you to your own word. Okay, last one. Last one. It's gonna come down to this. Ruth, it is a Q. The letter Q. What do you?
Quiet.
Quiet. Oh.
Quiet voice.
Sometimes God can be in a still, quiet voice. I am going to give you the win, and unfortunately,
You have the orange one. The orange one looks good.
this is what I do for entertainment, people. This is what I do for entertainment. Yesterday, they made me eat the entire thing. Holy, I have, ha. I don't know that, Rosie, I think she's just laughing at us, honestly. But that's okay. Here we go. Oh, righteous. That was a nice one Scott Chevalier threw out there. I like that. Teamwork. Oh, nice. Yep. Okay. I gotta be careful though, because I'm worried it's gonna spill everywhere. Okay, people.
It's still jelly.
It is kind of jelly. I mean, you can see, like, yep. Okay. Okay, you ready? All right.
Oh, it just slipped out. Oh no.
Yep.
I feel like
If you imagine what that tastes like and what you thought it would be like, you were right.
I feel like you should eat the next one. We give it.
I'm not eating two of them.
I feel like
No.
whoever loses the game you might play with Zane
Oh.
should eat it.
Oh, I should bring a jelly into the game with Zane?
Yes.
I like the way you guys think. Okay, one more time. What's the Bible verse for our preschoolers?
Nothing at all can ever separate us from God's love. Romans 8:39.
Nice. You guys are rocking it. Well, I'm going to let you guys jump out of here because I want Zane to jump in here and help me with what some of our elementary kids are talking about this month. And so we are talking about this idea, and you've been on here a little bit with Zane, that sometimes we have to get unstuck. Sometimes we get into sticky situations, and doesn't always go the way we hoped, right? We don't always succeed at life. In fact, today, well, you know what? Let's read the verse, and then we'll talk about the message that we heard from Pastor Jay today. What's that verse saying? Shout it out to him.
Let us not become tired of doing good. At the right time, we will gather a crop if we don't give up. Galatians 6:9. Nerve.
Oh, nice. We got the nerve back in there as well. Hey, we've dubbed this our farmer verse because we're all, in fact, yesterday we came up with a new group or club. What was it?
Farmers for Jesus?
Farmers for Jesus, we decided, because we're farming, we're gathering a crop for Jesus. That was his, not mine.
It's our Facebook group.
Zane's going to start a new Facebook group since he's on Facebook.
No.
I don't know that you're on Facebook,
No,
but
Facebook is.
we'll have to get you on Facebook. Hey, shout out if you want Zane on Facebook so you can follow him or be his friend or something. But
Exactly.
he's an Instagram kid. We know that. Hey, Scott Chevalier says, here comes the tall guy.
Yes. Correct.
I don't know what that is. The floor is warped in our house, so it distorts height.
I think actually it's more like this way.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Here we go again. But hey, if you watch today's message, it goes right with this. In fact, Pastor Jay, do you remember the statement he made?
I don't remember word for word.
I believe it was something like this. That God, during this time, when we're stuck, when we feel stuck, God doesn't want us to just go through it. He wants us to grow through it. Hence this idea.
Wow.
Right? That in the growing is part of reaping a crop. That God wants us not to just kind of get through something, but He wants us to come out on the other side better. And that's what we've been talking about all month, and we're going to finish up next weekend talking about. Is going through it. Now, Zane, I thought I'd come up with a game because we don't always succeed in life. And we're going to talk about a couple examples here in just a second of us. But we have a game that I want you to play with me.
Yay.
It is Nailed or Failed It. This is the cat edition.
Cats are evil.
Cats, okay. If you like cats, give Zane a shout out on the comments there.
I
But
just don't like cats.
Zane is not a cat fan. It's a thing.
Go dogs.
Go dogs. Is that a sports team or just in general the animal?
Just the animal.
The animal. Okay, we're now rooting for dogs. Fair enough. Okay, here's how this works, Zane. I'm going to play a clip. It's going to stop. You're going to have to tell me, was that cat successful in what it was trying to do and nailed it?
Okay.
Or did it completely fail it? Okay? There are 4 clips.
Okay.
If you get 3 of them right, you win. And I've got to eat another one of these.
Yay.
If you do not get 3 of them right, down the hatch, my friend, with the jiggly gels. Yep, that's right. Are you ready? Think long and hard about this first clip. Watch close. If you have an idea, you can give Zane a shout out. Okay. It sounds like funeral music in the background, if you can hear it. Oh, okay. So this cat, this scary-eyed cat.
It's so white.
I'm gonna keep rolling it here. Is like
almost like camouflage.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think? Did that cat nail it or fail it, Zane?
I'm gonna say failed it because it looks like it's too. I mean, it looks like it's jumping pretty high now.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready? Let's see if you said it. What?
It failed it.
Failed it. He says failed it. Oh, it nailed it. Check the cat out up there. Oh, man, you got to get the next 3 right or you and our friend Jiggly Gels. Okay, Zane, here's the next one. Watch close. Okay, you see this cat in the background here?
Okay.
And this human's just doing whatever this human's doing.
Okay.
Oh, and this cat is going to clear. Oh, is it going to make, there's a perch up here.
No.
No, Zane says no.
Failed it.
He failed it. Let's
Failed.
see. Let's see what happens with the cat. Wow. Wow. That cat, I mean, watch the height this cat gets. Like it's like gravity took over. I don't even understand. Like, have you ever felt that way? Where you were like so excited to do something and you thought, I'm going to nail this, and it was like, anyway, okay, Zane got 1 right. Zane, this one is pretty impressive. This cat somehow made it out on this window ledge and is apparently trying to jump from this building to, I guess, this building. I don't know.
I feel like I don't even think they can show this if he failed.
You think if he, okay, you're going with sheer quality of video. There's no way you could show this if the cat plummeted to its death.
It would basically die.
I can't say no cats were harmed in the making of this, but I can't believe no cats died. He says nailed it. Let's see what happens. Slow motion cat flight. Oh, the cat has, look at that. I mean,
definitely got it.
That's impressive. Did you see that? The cat had like wings or something.
Yep.
Like, I don't even understand. Like,
it's like
the cat before took this cat's gravity.
Basically.
Like, and this cat had no gravity. It just like floated. Okay, you got to get this last one right. Or that's yours.
All comes down to this.
All comes down to this. What is going to happen here, Zane? Oh, this cat, whoa. Okay, this kitty wants to get to the dock over here. Like, he's not waiting for this boat to stop. This seems like a Florida shot. Maybe he's trying to get to the hammock and this human right here.
This cat gets very wet.
Oh, you're saying this cat fails it. Okay, for the Jiggly Gels prize. Let's see if the cat, in fact, let's see. Oh, the cat nailed it! Let's watch one more time as that cat flies through the air.
Those things
To
are
say,
so gross.
Let me help you out.
I hate them so much. They're so gross.
Oh, let me help you out. Oh, it's watery, so it'll go down a little better.
There are literally foam cubes in this thing. They are not fruit.
That's for you, my friend. And I'm gonna let you get that unstuck.
To eat the entire thing.
I put it down the hatch. We're getting thumbs up from the judges in the background who happen to be your sisters. Cats do have 9 lives. Was that cat even trying? I don't know, Kelly. I think the cat knew it was on video and wanted some laughs. Okay.
This is like an alien substance.
Come on, let's go. In 3. In 2. You got to squeeze to get it out of there. In 1. Let's see. Down the hatch. Can he do it? I got the... Oh, okay. This is amazing, and your mother's laughing in the background now. I'm going to let you stop, but he did leave some of those tasty little morsels in the bottom. Like, is it delicious? This might be a failed it. We might need, you can suck that down. This is amazing. It is cat food at the bottom, in fact, Scott Chevalier. You are correct. I put cat food in there just for fun. So, no, I don't think it was. But it's kind of ridiculous. So I'm glad you're all laughing because it's pretty awesome. So as Zane tries to nail it and not fail it at that, okay, suck it down, homie. Let's go. This is one of the best. Are you going to be able to get it down? Take a deep breath. Suck it down. Here. Do we? Okay, he's now off camera. Clearly, I am the strongest human out of all of these. That's what we call a fail it. I'm glad that's off camera. That's all I'm going to say. I don't even know what's happening in the background.
So gross.
Yeah, this is live. This is live. I'm just going to be honest in what happened. And he didn't lose it on camera. He lost it off camera. So wow, Zane. Wow. I don't even know.
Like
That is
down my esophagus.
That is a fail it, if there ever was a fail it.
It was so slippery it wouldn't even go down.
I don't know that they want to know all the details. I don't even know, but as we finish up today, all right, here's the question I have for you. That was one example of what I was going to ask you, but is there a time where you have failed it? You felt like you went through something hard that was kind of like our cat friends was a fail it.
Maybe moving
Okay.
from Kansas to here.
Okay, several years ago, 3-ish years now.
So,
Several, and that's several. Anything over 2 is several.
exactly.
I think.
I think that's.
I don't know. Language, it befuddles me sometimes. So we moved all the way from Kansas, which is a long ways, right? And so it wasn't just about the move, though, was it? What other things?
I mean, I kind of like left everything. Like
Yeah.
all my friends and.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you had lots of good friends there, which fortunately you still connect with today, but you knew the place we were at. You knew a lot of it, right?
Yeah.
And then we just picked up and moved. And honestly, moves are hard, and maybe you've been through one, but they're not easy because you got to start over, right?
Yeah.
But in the midst of what we thought might be a fail it, or at least you did, right? God, I think, turned it into, using that term, I nailed it.
Exactly.
Right? That you stayed the course and, right? You didn't just go through it, you grew through it, right? As Pastor Jay said. And so, what was that growing? What has God done because you didn't just give up, you didn't just throw, a huge fit and quit? Like
Yeah.
what kinds of things have come out of it?
Gotten to meet all kinds of new friends and get to this church.
Yeah, I mean, we got
Florida's pretty awesome, so.
Yeah, I mean, we got people from Wichita watching right now, so we're still friends and we love those people, but yet God put us into a place where, honestly, we're meeting even more people. And God has used something we didn't ever think would happen to glorify Him and to help us. Like, we got to do things we never thought we would do. But you know what? It's not just teenagers and not just kids that sometimes fail it. I've done it too. And it's kind of your fault. Okay, well, it's not, because you were a baby, but I was in graduate school studying a whole lot of hard stuff at the same time that you were brought into this world. So you were born the same semester I was taking a lot of tough classes. You know what happened?
What?
I failed it. I actually failed some classes in, hard graduate school. That was tough. That was tough for me to take. Now, I stayed the course, right? I reaped. I continued to, and the crop that I reaped was God seeing me through it and allowing me to finish and pass some of those classes again. God showed me, listen, just because you failed it doesn't mean that it's over. Doesn't mean that you have to give up. And so what we want you guys to know is that if you're willing to persevere, to use that really big word, if you don't give up, and God is going to do some awesome stuff with you guys. And we know that He does that through kids just like He does adults, just like He does teenagers, just like He even does babies. Because He kind of used you, and you were kind of a big deal. And God used you to do some amazing ministry as a baby. You don't even remember it. But God used your tiny little life to do some incredible stuff even back then. And so we know that God uses every one of us for His glory if we persevere. So we are honored you guys have joined us today. We hope you had some fun. Hey, we've got another show on Wednesday at 3. So we want you to join us on that. Also, we'd love to know what you're doing this Memorial Weekend. We put a post out there on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know, hey, what have you been up to? What did you do on this Memorial Day, still pseudo-quarantine? And as we love to say, we always have to end our show. How do we end it, Zane?
God's crazy about you.